Yeah, good night, everyone. What's up, guys? How you all doing tonight? Blessing, peace and blessings to all. Well, as you see, the topic tonight is question and answers. So tonight is the night. If you have any question about the way I garden, you could ask, and I'm willing to share the information about how I grow my food. If you have any input, you also can share your input. I will appreciate that. So how you guys doing tonight? What's going on? What's going on? All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna be here preparing some ginger, also some turmeric. I'm gonna be here preparing them because I'm actually getting ready to put them in some soil. We in January, and some people might say it's too early to put ginger and turmeric in the soil. But for my experience, I really don't think it's too early. I think you could put them in a container with soil. You can put them in a container with soil and allow them to grow. And then when that time comes to transplant them, you transplant them when the weather get good. What I love to do, guys, every time I harvest, I always love to use from what I use. I always like to save a few things from my crop. This is why I have, like peppers, okra, ginger, turmeric. These are what I was growing for years. So every time I always leave a few roots that I can replant. You see, this is the turmeric here, and if you notice, you're gonna see it still have them dry root from the last crop. I always leave back some for planting next season. When you operate this way, because I've been growing this turmeric for like 10 years now. This same turmeric, planting back every year, always leave a few pieces that I can replant for the next season. And because of that, I know this is why I know a lot of what I grow is organic and natural. Because, like we know these days, a lot of things we get these days, we don't even know what there is. You see, but for growing these type of plants for so long, it's become a part of your crop. You see what I'm coming from? So I always try to save seed from peppers, okra, pumpkin, save ginger, save turmeric, save garlic, all these type of stuff. All different type of garlic I save as well. This is some pieces of garlic. I already planted some garlic already, but now I'm getting ready to plant more because we still in January, we still have time that we could plant garlic. So I'm getting ready to plant garlic. I'm getting ready to. Hey, so bless. How you doing? Good night. How are you? Yes. So I'm getting ready now I don't know if you can see, but if you notice here, where I had these ginger, if you notice, you're gonna see, I don't know if you can see, but you're gonna see they start pushing out eyes already. So what I'm doing now, I'm getting ready to put these in some soil. So when I put these in some soil, I'm gonna put them in a big enough container. I'm gonna put them in deep soil so they can grow. You see what I'm coming from? So they can grow. So in the spring, all I got to do is transplant them. But if you wait till the weather change, like in April, and you trying to now try to put these in the soil, you're not gonna get much. So this is why I try to go early, because the earlier you go, the you stand a chance of having a more better harvest. The ginger might be more mature, the turmeric might be more mature, but if you try to start them, turmeric maybe take around 8 months. Ginger may be the same thing. So you don't want to bring them out April, May. You don't want to bring them out that time because they're not gonna reach to their full potential. So it's best you have a container and you put them in the soil. Just put them in the soil like that. Cover them and leave them in a nice warm area. What you're gonna start seeing, you're gonna start see they start pushing leaf. The same thing with the turmeric. You see, like this turmeric here, this is what I have is from last year. And this is pieces, different pieces that I could take. But I leave them, so now I'm gonna take all of them and put them separate. So I'm gonna have separate plant. And this is the original root from the last crop, which I'm also gonna be putting in the soil as well. So this could be a plant. So this is what I try to do. Let me see if you can see. This is turmeric, ginger, and garlic right here. Turmeric, ginger, and garlic. I always try, and this is just a fraction. This is really a fraction of what I have, what I'm getting ready to plant. But I don't want to wait till April to put them in the soil because I already know the harvest is not going to be, the first thing they're not going to reach the full potential when the frost comes. So you want to give them that time. So I prefer starting them in those. Well, we already know the ginger, not the ginger, the garlic. The garlic, we already know you could plant this outdoor. The coldness, it might, sometimes they come up in the cold, sometimes they wait until the cold pass, then they shoot up. But the weather does nothing to garlic. All right? Ginger and turmeric depend on which zone you're in. If the ground is not freezing, you stand a chance of this supporting. Oh, oh my goodness. Listen me. I remember when you text me when I come back, I went away for a while. Then when I come back, I see your message, but it slipped me. Oh my goodness, it slipped me. But we got time still. We got time. Sorry for that. We got time still because the weather is still cold. But it slipped me. When I come back, I see the message, but it slipped me. I forgot. I think the live, then I end the live, then I went outside and it just slipped me. But we have time. But thank you anyway. Thank you so much. Yes, time for that, guys. Yes, so like these gingers you can see here. These ginger, these are mature ginger. mature ginger, because what happened is I start these the year before I start these indoors. Then I transplant them out in the spring. So these what mature ginger. But like I said, I always try to save from my crop so I can replant. So basically, when you save from your crop, you're able to replant every year from your crop, not going out there and try to buy these type of seed and you don't even know what type of seed it is. You see what I'm saying? So I always save my turmeric, my ginger, my garlic every year. The next thing I want to talk about is potato. I'm not sure if everyone have good luck with potato. When I say good luck with potato, what I mean like the store-bought potato. You know the store-bought potato? The store-bought potato, the potato you bought from the store, the one that you cook. Who got luck with that type of potato? Because I remember buying some of these potatoes and plant them. And the harvest wasn't that, I almost plant more than I harvest. That's what I will say. And then I remember, yes, definitely. Thank you, definitely. Yes, I remember now potato, the potato seed. You see, I have these potato seed put away. And if you notice now, they start pushing eyes. I think potato seed, if you save your potato seed and you replant them, I think you stand a better chance for a better harvest than buying the potato. And they know what's going on. They know what's going on. They know people use the potato that they buy from the store and try to replant them. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys experiencing that. But I know I experienced that one year. Buy a lot of it planted, but the harvest wasn't great. But when I use the potato seeds, you see, when I use the potato seeds, my harvest must be beautiful. So when you harvest in your potato and you see the little seed, the little small one them, you could put a few aside because you want to continue your crop. And this is what I love to do. I love to continue my crop, meaning planting the same food every year. I save some to replant. So now this lineage, you could have this lineage for 10 years, come from one seed, and you continue that lineage. I love that because it's really, to me, it works really well. And to me, it's get adjust to your soil because that breed already programmed to your soil. Hey, Sister Junior, what's up? How you doing? Yes, that breed. And this is something you guys must look into. Try to save your seed. And then you continue that lineage. Continue. And you want to see some. When you continue, you get to know the plants them. I'm telling you, you get to know them. Because you've been dealing with them and they know you as well. You've been dealing with them for so much years that you understand so much about them. They understand your presence when you approach. So these turmeric here, this type of turmeric is a turmeric I purchased from the store about 10 years ago. This is where it come from. Some turmeric I purchased from the store about 10 years ago. And from that, I keep planting, replanting every year. If you see this now, this is a plant that I grew last year. And I harvest it and I leave the root with a few pieces of turmeric so I can put it back. Right now, I'm actually getting ready to put these turmeric in the soil also with the ginger. You see, I have a whole plate here, turmeric, ginger, garlic, getting ready to plant. And it's not too early. It's not too early. These things take like 8 months. Like 8 months to reach their full potential. So you don't want to now taking them out in April. You're not going to get the harvest you're supposed to get because they take like 8 months. All right? Hey, John, shoot, how you doing? I will love some of that tomorrow. That's what I want to go. Really? I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them. And this is ginger too. This one already start pushing out the eyes. So I was talking about a potato. Guys, tonight is question and answer. And I also want to drop the link if anyone want to come up and ask about gardening or say something about gardening. I will like that. All right? Let me see. I am good, fam. Coming to stoke up some. All right, okay. I just bought ginger. I was wondering when to prepare it. You could start now. Let me tell you how I start my ginger, right? Let me tell you how I start ginger and turmeric. Let me tell you how I do that. I will get a container. One of them big, tall container about say 12 to 16 inches tall and about 2 feet long. Right? I will put soil inside of it and I will put the ginger and the turmeric inside of it. Put them in a nice warm place. What you're going to see start happening, they're going to start pushing ice. It's simple. They're going to start pushing out the ice them. Then when you do realize, you're going to start see leaf. The reason why is they put them in like in the depth, at least 12 to 16 inches, because they does be growing. Yes, they does be growing. Sometimes they grow up to 2 feet, 3 feet before you're able to take them out in the spring. So that's why I'm telling you to get the tall container. Because why I'm saying do it now, because these plants take like 8 months to really get mature. So if you're trying to take them out in April, May, when the weather start to get nice, before they reach half their journey, the frost is coming. So they're not mature enough. So start them indoors is the best thing to do, is start them indoors. And they ain't hard to take care of either. All right, this is what I'm getting prepared to do. I'm not waiting until March, April. I'm getting ready now. I also have some garlic here. I plant some of these garlic already, but I'm also getting ready to plant a whole bed of garlic. Because, and this is what I'm seeing, guys. This is what I'm seeing. You see these things I'm telling you about here? The truth is everybody should be growing them. Everybody should be growing these because we all know the benefit of garlic, ginger, and turmeric. If you don't know, do some research on it, please. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, let me see what he said. How someone plant? I would love some turmeric too. Okay, all right. Okay. I have so many. So you're gonna I'm gonna give you some. It's the truth is I have maybe like 20 something of these just like this. This is the whole body from last crop. You see all them roots? I just save this and replant it every year. So don't let no one tell you you can't replant this. That's not true. Because I replant them every year and get a crop from them. So yes, I definitely send some for you. And maybe if you need ginger, I could get a couple pieces as well. Because I'm telling you, everyone should be growing these. Because I know you all know the benefit. Everyone. Ginger, turmeric, and garlic. Turmeric, ginger, and garlic is where a lot of people. I want you to do your research. I'm not telling you to use it. Speak to your doctor before you use these things, all right? But a lot of people, even myself, what I'll do, I'll blend up, wash them good, and just blend up the ginger, the turmeric, and the garlic. I blend it up together. The taste is really, but it works good. It works good. If you have a cold trying to come on you, and your immune system may be low, because when a cold coming on you, and then you realize the cold ain't trying to leave, sometimes our immune system could be low. So because of that, the cold is battling us. When you start to take these, a shot of these, and you start to build back up your immune system, it starts fighting the cold. So this is what I'm saying. I don't try to wait until I get a cold to try to take some, use these things. I try to do it, not every day. I don't do it every day because I don't believe anyone should be taking anything every day. I believe you should be taking a break from it. So I'm not gonna say, oh, do this every day. I don't think, to me, I don't think that's cool because too much is one thing. Too much of one thing is good for nothing. Meaning, if you're taking too much, it's gonna end up defeat the purpose. All right, everything supposed to go by dosage, not trying to, every day. So I try not to do it every day, but I take a shot from time to time. Turmeric, ginger, garlic, and also I put a little lemon inside. So I'm growing all of them. I'm growing lemon, I'm growing the turmeric, the ginger, the garlic. So this is what I'm saying. We all are gardeners. We all growing something, right? We all growing something. This is one the easiest thing to grow. I'm telling you right now. Ginger, turmeric, and garlic is one the easiest thing to grow. They don't need too much care. You should be growing some. I'm telling you. Okay, I cannot type tonight. I was trying to say I could not find any turmeric in the store last year. They were all out. Because people start lauding the benefit. A lot of people start to be more health conscious and they understand. You see, from 2020, you remember what was going on in 2020? A lot of people was running for turmeric, ginger, and garlic. This is where people understand the benefit of these things. But I will always say, guys, speak to your doctor before you proceed, all right? Okay, tonight is a question and answer. I really want to drop the link tonight. So if anyone want to come up, they have any question about gardening or they want to say something about how they garden, you could always come up. Okay. I dropped the link. Anyone want to come up and tell me, maybe you could talk about your garden, introduce yourself, talk about your garden. You could also, if you have questions that you want to ask, you could also ask questions. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. I'll appreciate it. I'm giving you guys real information, live and direct. So at least I appreciate the like, okay? So any question, you could ask any question. Meanwhile, I'm going to be, conversating. Yes, like I was saying with the potato. I don't have good luck with potato that I purchase from the store. Try to grow them. And I didn't get good luck with them at all. I buy some and the harvest wasn't the way I expect. But I'm saving my own seed. You see, mine and them already start pushing eyes now. So I'm saving my own seed. And when I grow them from seed, my seed, that I save, the harvest is wonderful. I don't know if you guys experience that with the store-bought. I know the turmeric. I had was to purchase turmeric, which was 10 years ago. This breed of turmeric, I purchased this 10 years ago. And I continue to grow them over and over and over. Even the garlic. Well, even the garlic. Some of the garlic I purchased from the store and they did well. That was about, there's garlic I've been growing for like 10 years. Then you have another garlic, which is a smaller garlic, this one. This small one here, I purchased this one from the store. And I've been growing it ever since. But this garlic is strong. I'm telling you, listen to me. When you grow these things, I'm telling you right now from my experience. I don't know about you guys' experience. Let me see. I would, but I'm about to go to sleep. All right, no problem, no problem. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. All right. I don't know. I only got to speak for my garden, guys, for my garden. And what I see in my garden is the way I grow my ginger, my food, basically. The way I grow my food. The ginger is, this ginger that I grow remind me of ginger when I was little. When my parents made ginger beer. The ginger used to be so strong in that juice, ginger beer. It used to be so strong. It's the same ginger, it's the same way these ginger strong. Because I'm growing these natural. Hey Kim, Ami, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, the garlic. I'm telling you, when you blend up the turmeric, the ginger, and the garlic, listen me. When you throw back and you drink, listen me, it burn in you all in your nose. How strong it is. How strong it is. So I only got to speak for myself, but I know I use ginger. I purchased ginger before, not now, before, and the ginger is so weak. You're not even getting that poking taste out of it. So this is why I know growing these things natural and not putting this type of stuff around them, you will able to harvest the benefit out of them. You will able to harvest their benefit. This type of thing we add, I'm not sure about them. I'm telling you. But I'm not here to tell anyone what to use and what not to use. I could only give you idea of what I do. And I know for a fact the result is amazing. So ginger, I've been growing these for like maybe 5 years. I have some elephant garlic as well. I've been growing for like maybe like 8 years. And this one, I've been growing this one for 10 years. This same breed of garlic, 10 years. That's why, guys, when you harvest, you pull a couple pieces and put them aside. Sometimes you even leave them in the oil and they come back. All right? Okay, let me see. Hold on. Kim Amisi planter. Somehow, the supposed organic ginger in the market has that strength you're speaking of. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's good. Maybe somebody is growing them ginger good. That's good. If it giving you that strong taste, yes. Because ginger is a really strong poking flavor. Real strong. Really, really strong. So from the time you realize the ginger don't have that poking taste, that means it's weak. It's weak. The same thing with the turmeric. Strong poking taste, really strong. And the garlic as well. The combination of the garlic, oh man. When you drink that, they just drink them little small thing, and you just take a shot. But I don't do it every day. I do it maybe once a week. Sometimes I might do it twice a week. I don't think you should be taking them every day. And then as a person, I grow all different type of herbs, all different type of plants. So, like the moringa, I grow that as well. So you want to able to take a break from one and shift over to the other. Then let me tell you what I do. Let me tell you what I do. If I'm drinking ginger, turmeric, and garlic, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to go to hot water. Plain hot water every morning. So I give myself a break. So now if I want to say, okay, let me drink some moringa now, the leaf. After I take that break with the hot water, I move over to the moringa. I don't just move from one to the next because you don't know the combination. We don't know that blend, what it can cause. We got to be careful too, guys. We got to be careful. We hear all type of stuff about this good and this war, but we cannot just run out there and just take in everything. You got to be, you got to take breaks. Because you might now taking this still up in your system. No, you take something else. You don't know the effect that can cause. So you don't want to take these risks. Me, I take a break. Then I move to something else. Then if I say, okay, let me drink some soursop leaf now. I take another break, I drink hot water. And I move on to soursop leaf. You know what I'm saying? That's me, guys. I'm sure other people are going to say something different. But this is how I operate. Because I remember my grandmother was, like, she was the north for the village. Everybody run into her when something wrong with them. And I always remember she was using dosage. There's always a dosage. There's always a certain amount she will give. When she put her herbs together, she only gives you a certain amount, maybe a spoonful. And that's it for the day. It's always a dose. So pay attention to these things. Even medicine that they give to you, they tell you a certain amount you should take. You don't just go and pour the back along your throat. You take a certain amount. It's the same with these things because some of these things is really poking and strong. You understand? And we don't know the combination, how both of them gonna operate with each other. So I take a break and drink hot water. And the truth is, I see people drink juice on morning. Yeah, I see people drink juice on morning. And I don't know how they do that, but I cannot drink juice on morning. I cannot drink juice on morning. Every morning I gotta get something hot down my stomach. Even some water, hot water, or some hot tea. I think that is important. I think the warmness flush your system. Because you sleeping. You check what I'm saying? That warm water now might just flush down everything. Flush it down your throat. You see what I'm coming from now? Water and oil. The next thing again, oily food and juice. You see what I'm coming from? Oily food and cold juice. Do you ever throw water in cold water in oil and see the result, how it turns? If you have oil on your chest, some warm water is the best thing to flush that down instead of some cold juice. But guys, who am I to say that to say anything? I'm not a doctor, but my own common sense tells me these things. My own common sense. So I will not recommend drinking all different type of herb at the same time. I will not recommend that. I believe a person should take breaks. All right. Okay. So is there any question tonight, or is there anyone who want to come up tonight, ask a question, or share their thoughts on gardening? The link is in the chat. And Kim Ami, I don't know if you're still here, but if you're still here, I remember today in the live today, well, it was a pre-roll live. You say you grow food in crate. Well, I gotta say, that's wonderful. That's wonderful, because I think a person should use whatever they have and do and grow, because you want to go out there spending a bunch of money, spending a bunch of money to grow some food when you could pull a bucket, when you could pull a crate from right around your house. So I think that's a really good idea. I think that's a really good idea. No question tonight, guys? Okay. I'm still here, Planter. Yes, they were a free resource shared by a friend. They were effective and efficient. Awesome. I love to hear stuff like that, because this is how I think. I don't believe in spending an arm and a leg to grow a garden. Just like this year, I decided to spend 1 cent in my garden this year. I decided to spend a dime in my garden. This is why I always, you see, I always save my stuff. So I don't have to go and buy plants. And this is why I'm giving you all the information that you guys can basically do the same. You can save a few pieces of ginger, a few pieces of turmeric, save a couple pieces of potato, save. I even have edibles too. Who familiar with edibles? Who familiar with edibles? Do anyone here knows about edibles? This is another crop I grow every year. This is a crop. If you have this crop, this, you could never go hungry. If you grow in this type of food, you always have food. Why you always have food? Because this plant, you see up there, it push leaf. Okay. Oh, you never scared Sissy Junior? All right. This plant, let me tell you a little about this plant. This is an Edo plant, and you could do your research too. It's EDDO, Edo. EDDO, Edo. This plant feed you with its leaf all through the spring, all through the summer. You eat in the leaf. We call the leaf callaloo. The leaf, the young leaf, when they grow up, shoot up, we call it callaloo. Now in our field, we go in the field and we cut out the leaf them. Cut out the leaf them. Now the leaf with the stalk, just like collard greens. You see how you do collard greens? How you take it, harvest it, and you cut it up and boil it. Yes, this is almost the same thing. The only thing with the stalk, you got to peel the stalk. There's something on the stalk you got to peel. If the plant is really young, you really don't need to peel the stalk, because everything gonna boil and mash up. But you gotta boil them leaf for at least 45 minutes. You could do it just like collard greens. You could also boil it up with okra. So, and it's very healthy at the same time. Very, very healthy at the same time. Then in 6 months' time, it produces a crop. Different, it produces a root of crop, feeding you all through the summer, all through the fall, and then in the fall, when harvest time, you have the root. And not just one. Sometimes you have like 10 of them on one row. 5 of different amount. on root, the Edo. Do some research on the Edo, and you want to understand how healthy this plant is. Rich in fiber, very rich plant. I only grow plants that could heal my body, guys. I don't grow any and anything. Planter, I love eat Edos. I love to see it grow. I forget to harvest and it die down. It will look, I will look for it to regrow this spring. Yes, it will regrow. And when it dry down, you still could harvest. Because what happened, like right at this moment, I could go in my garden and harvest Edos because I didn't harvest all of them. So even in the winter, I could still harvest my Edos. Even I didn't harvest all of them in the fall, I can still go right now and harvest Edos, fresh Edos. And the thing about it is, the good thing about this cropping, when you harvest them, right? The one that you plant, you cut off the leaf to the top and you bury it back, depending on which zone you're in, and it shoot right back up in the spring. So having these Edo, Dashin, Tanya, you will always have food. The Edo is awesomely dense, carbon IJ2. Yes, definitely. Definitely. And you know what? This plant, you could use it like how you use mashed potato. You see, like how you boil it and mash up the potato. You can use this the same way. You also can use this, mash it up and make porridge. The amount of thing this plant can do to feed you, it's a very interesting plant. I think everyone should go in. If you're trying to live a self-sufficient lifestyle, you should be growing these things. If you're trying to live a lifestyle to help boost you up, you should be growing ginger, garlic, turmeric, and these type of plants. I don't plant any and everything. I think about what I'm planting. I think about what I'm growing. Does it make sense for me to grow this? This is how I think. Does it make sense? I wasn't going to plant potato anymore. No. Because at one point, to me, it was like a waste of time. It was like it just taking up space. But over the years, I start to see the crops start to get bigger. So save potato seed, guys. Save some potato seeds that you can able to plant back. Maybe early spring. Sometimes I plant them in the fall. Like for instance, I already have, by me replanting the top of the Edo after harvest, my garden already plant back up with Edos already. So even if I plant no Edos again, my garden still gonna full with Edos because this is, and you know what? They're not hard to take care of. And this is the food forest I'm trying to create. I'm trying to create a self-sufficient, a food forest that can strive for itself without me got to be up inside working hard, trying to plant this. No, I want to have things that able to come back every year. So when you have the garlic come back, I make sure every time I harvest garlic, I make sure I leave some in the soil every time. So when the fall comes, you see garlic start shooting up in the air already. That's what I do. Yes, Edo, I believe, is native to Asia. Definitely. They call it taro in those regions. They feed the greens to livestock. Yes, it's in Asia. Yes, you're right. You're correct. When I do my research, that's where I hear like that's where it basically, that's where it come from. Basically, that's the people them who used to grow it, and then other people get to realize the benefit. Listen to me. Everyone should be growing these things I tell you tonight. Because you know why? It could help you live a healthy lifestyle. It also can feed you. It's good to grow things. It's good to grow crops that you could eat the leaf and also the root. You could eat the leaf and also the root. So the leaf you eat it all through the summer, into the fall, and then into the fall you harvest the root. Same thing with the cassava. Many people feed from the leaf. Many people feed from the leaf. And then in the fall, they harvest the root. So you eating. You see where I'm coming from? You eating all through the year. Because guess what? The ginger and the turmeric. Some people use the ginger leaf and make tea. Right? Some people use the ginger leaf and make tea. Some people also use the turmeric leaf as well. So these plants, you're able to use their leaf because these plants take 8 months. I'm telling you, 8 months turmeric take to really reach the potential. So they take a while. But meanwhile, you don't want to be sitting down waiting 8 months on a crop and you can't eat nothing from it. You see where I'm coming from? So people use them and make tea with their leaf. So that's how I look at it, guys. I'm trying to grow things that can benefit me and feed me at the same time. Planta, you have a massive garden, but would you recommend growing edibles in milk crate? Okay, yes, definitely. Definitely. A milk crate is big enough to grow a root of Edo. Yes. You could put a one Edo down inside it. Yes. Like one Edo like this. You put it down inside it. Yes, that's enough space. Even a 5-gallon bucket is big enough to grow Edos. Yes, Edos. The thing with Edos, their roots, the width of their roots, it could definitely hold in a milk crate. Yes, definitely. Let me see. Yes, definitely. It will do pretty well. It will do pretty well. And you know what too? Edo could grow in swamp. If you have a swamp close to you, if you have a swamp, like a swamp, like a wetty area close to you that's always wet, you can grow Edos in that swamp. Edos love swamp as well. Edos do well in swamp, in wetty area. They do well in these areas. So if you have one around and you could toss 2 Edo inside there, they're just gonna grow and multiply. Every year they're gonna get more and more and more. Every year. Because I start out with like 3 Edos. I remember buying 3 Edos because I say, someone tell me, No, man, you can't plant Edos in your zone. And I'm saying, what do you mean I can't plant Edos in my zone? Number one, Edos take 6 months. And from April, if you could plant Edo April, which you could plant them even in the fall, depending on which zone you're in, you have enough time. So I had 3 Edos, I think, and I cut them in 2 pieces. So I ended up with 6 pieces. And I plant the Edos them, and listen me, them Edos produce like wildfire. And they were so big. From that, I keep replanting, and that's what I'm saying. When you harvest, you always save something to replant. Don't eat everything. Save something to replant. No. No, I have a field of Edos growing. I have a 5-gallon bucket full of these Edos sprouting like this. You see how this one sprout? Like this. To plant, and I eat Edos like crazy. Do you know what I mean? I eat so much Edos. I make porridge. I make, like mashed potato, mash it up. You understand? Some people even use it for make flour, dry it out and grind it for flour. So just keep saving. And I'm telling you, the more you grow, instead of every year you run and go look for some ginger to plant, all you got to do, save a few pieces. All right? Okay. May I ask what region you in? Thought you were in. No. No, I'm not in. I'm in zone 8. In zone 8. Many people, you know what? Many people believe that's where I'm at. The kind of food I grow, the way I dwell, a lot of people believe that's where I'm at. But no, no, I'm not down there. I basically, listen to me, the way I garden is how people used to garden in the island. But people hardly garden like that anymore because, they introduce them to the fertilizer now. The fertilizer that you put around your plant, and if you put it too close, it burn it down. What is in that? I'm not knocking it, but what's in that? That if I put it too close to my plant, it burn it down. That's some strong stuff right there. That's some strong stuff. And you want to tell me that that's the same thing? I mean, think about it. Let's marinate this for a second. Right? You're growing food for you to eat. Right? You're growing food for you and your family, your children, your wife, or your husband, and your children then. You're growing food for you and your children. And somebody introduced you to a product. You're growing your food enough. Your food growing nice, you harvesting, everything going well. Right? Somebody introduced you to a product, right? And you didn't know how to use the product, and you put the product too close to the plant. And because you put the product too close to the plant, it burned down the plant. Think about that. What is in it? What's in it? I don't know. Would somebody tell me what's in it? And then, this is the same thing your plants sucking up with its root. This is the same thing. This plant sucking up with its root. This is the same food you eat. I'm not even gonna go no further with that. I'm leaving that for marinate and for people to think about. So when I talk about growing food natural, I have my reason. Because if this thing's so strong to burn a plant down, what's in it? That's all I'm saying. And this is a question you need to ask yourself. What is in it? Why that happened? All right? Exactly. Between Edwin cassava and banana, I didn't believe you were US. Still, you made oh, okay. I'm telling you, right? Because I basically grow tropical food. And the truth is, if I don't mention it, you would not believe I'm really growing in the zone. You might really that I agree, I understand. But yes, I try to grow the food, these food, because I remember, right? I remember eating these food. You eat lunch, right? You eat lunch. You eat some egg or some banana, some dasheen and pumpkin, whatever. After you eat the food, you ain't want nothing. If you eat at 10, 11 o'clock, you ain't want nothing till dinner because that food will hold you up for the rest of the day. You see what I'm saying? That food will hold you up for the rest of the day. You ain't want to eat nothing. You full all day. So I know this food. I know this food really is good food. You know, sometimes you eat some food and 2 hours after you're ready to eat again. You eat some banana, some dasheen, some dumpling. Man, listen to me. You full. You ain't want nothing more to eat. Yes. But the thing is, many people tell me I don't, I cannot grow many things I'm growing today. A lot of people tell me that, oh, plant, you can't grow that. And I'm saying, why I cannot grow that? And I'm saying, once I say, how much months does it take for this to produce? 6 months. So how I can't grow it? I grow cassava, I grow yam, I grow dasheen, I grow tanya. I'm even trying to grow the tropical food them now, fruits. I'm growing mango, I'm growing avocado, I'm growing soursop, golden apple, what some people call June plum. I'm growing all these things. Once you have the amount of time, sometimes you just got to start them indoors. Hey, LP, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Sometimes you just got to start them in. This is the difference of planting in a tropical area and a place that deal with the cold. The difference. In a tropical area, you don't have to start nothing indoors. You ain't got to worry about doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. I'm doing good. Yes. In the tropical, no, in the tropical, you could leave these in the ground and they multiply for another season. You see what I'm coming from? They multiply for the other season. Here now, you got to take them up. You got to try to put them in some soil indoors because they cannot take the cold weather. So that's the difference. That's the difference with tropical and place region that deal with the cold weather. And those are the to lie down food and fuel the body for the day work. Yes, definitely. 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 Because I'm telling you, after you don't eat, you don't want nothing. And you walking in the hot sun, and that food pack you. So that's what, especially in the time like this now, man, you got to really think about the plants and that really could take care of your body and easy to take care of. Because sometimes you might get older, get older and you might not want to do the amount of work you used to do. Which the honest truth is, gardening help keep your body fit. It help keep your mind together, and it also help keep your body fit. Because sometimes you might be indoors. Sometimes you relaxing in your bed, but your mind sometimes is on a plan. You know why? You go out and you watch the plan and you realize what is going on with this plan. And you might catch yourself go home, go in your bed and thinking about. Yeah, so it helps keep your mind together. It helps keep your body together. So it's a physical, spiritual, and mental dealing with God is a wonderful thing. It's really a wonderful thing. So, guys, does anyone have any question tonight? Anyone want to come up on the panel? Let me know. Yes. So Kim, Ami, where's zone you in? Where's zone you growing? I plant a garden, can I elaborate according to the extent you're growing, but it's in labor? Okay, let me see. I plant a can be laborious according to the extent you're growing, but it's my labor of love. Leave me to my God, and I'm just fine. All right, all right. Oh, okay, all right, all right. Okay, labor of love. Yes, yes, yes. Listen to me, man. I enjoy. I just love it, man. I just love to see the process. I just love to see the process. It gives you that peace. You know what I'm saying? It gives you such a peace of mind. Yes. Yes, Kim, mommy, I agree. I agree. Leave me to my God, and I'm definitely, definitely, definitely. The truth is, I think the truth. Listen me. I think if everybody was gardening, yes, I agree to LP. I agree. I agree. It's not easy, but it is well worth it. Yes, I agree with you guys. Definitely. I truly agree with you all. It's worth it because I'm not. Don't see me here sit down and believe I don't work hard in my garden. Guys, I work really hard in my garden because the truth is I want progress. And I want to be able to harvest in abundance. So what I start doing after the garden season over in November, I start preparing my soil. So, I'm walking all through the fall, getting the soil together. In the winter, I might allow it to rest. Then after the wind, coming close to the ending of winter, I'm getting back out there because now I'm getting ready to plant. So I got to start opening up the holes them that I'm going to be planting into. So when the time come, I just bring them out and plant them. So it's not an easy journey, but it's so rewarding. That's it, like what you guys saying. It's so rewarding because at the end of the day, able to harvest, able to get some ginger, some garlic that you grow, fresh garlic, able to get some ginger that you grow, able to have potato that you grow, edos, pepper. It's amazing. I think if everyone was doing gardening, I think we would have lived in it would be a better place physically, mentally, and spiritually. I believe that. If we all grow up, and this was the norm, everybody have their field, I think it would have helped us physically, mentally, and spiritually. I think we would have been in a better place today if we was doing that. For real. Kim Alice, we have too many mental health issues and not enough garden. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was saying. If garden was in everyone's backyard, everyone have a garden, it wouldn't be so much. I'm telling you. Because this thing heal you. And people might say, what you mean it heal you? Yes. The time you put in, the focus you put in, it take you away from a lot of distraction out there. It put you in a zone, in a place where you could find some peace. So yes, if the garden was open for everyone, and that's how I believe life should be anyway. Everybody should be able to grow their own food. Everybody should able have enough land. Everybody should have enough land to grow their own food. If they want to raise livestock, they should be able to do that. All these things. If that was the case, I believe we want to be more stable today. We might have find more love. You might have find more care. Because now you have your own food, you ain't got to worry about someone else's food because you have your own. But it is. Yes, amen to that. Yes, no, for real. Because when you really when you sit down and you ask all gardeners, like people who grow in food, they will tell you the joy. Even sometimes it's so challenging. But somehow there's a joy up in that garden where you could just go and sit down and just enjoy life. Sometimes I go and I sit down and I watching the trees them, then I'm watching the birds, I'm watching the lizard trying to eat the bugs. The lizard, they just waiting for the when the just to fly up, and this thing is so amazing. Also watching the spider. The spider have his web, just waiting for a bug to push itself inside there. Nature is so amazing, for real. I think people need to sit down, but you don't have the time because your people's got to run up and do 3 and 4 jobs. You see what I'm saying? So the time is not really there. And then when you get the day off, you got to run and do all what you got to do within that time because you got to get ready for go back to work. So you have no time. But people, everyone need that moment of peace. There's no way you could live every day and can't get that moment of peace. It's not easy. You need that. You need your sanity. That's why some people bugging out. That's why some people going, because not everybody could take the pressure. Some people from the time pressure appear, they start losing it. So a place, everyone need a place where they could go and find peace. Everyone need that. Everyone need that. People, and listen to me. If the way things go right now, then a lot of that gonna happen. I'm telling you, a lot of that gonna happen because, like I'm saying, sometimes not because it's not by your doorstep mean it's not happening. It's a lot of things happening that you might not even aware of because you're not seeing it for real. But people is really losing it. A lot of people losing their, I mean, it's not easy. You walk in, you live in your life. And one day you hear they don't need you no more. You have mortgage for pay. You have car loan for pay. You have a family for take care of. That could drive a person insane. You got to be strong. You got to have a strong mind to deal with stuff like that. You know what I mean? So people need a peace of mind. You need that. And I'm telling you, if you plans, taking the time to want to take care of a few plans could give you that 10, 15 minutes of peace. I'm telling you. It doesn't matter if it's 10 minutes you need it. Because if you ain't strong, you lose it. And that ain't no joke, man. A lot of, listen to me. Pressure make a wise man mad. Exactly. 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 This will break anybody. You know, and will make you get people get scared too. Because you know, it's not like it's not real. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's not real. It's happening. You see where I'm coming from? It's actually happening. So it's not like you could say, oh, that might just happen. Maybe it might. Man, this thing is happening. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse every day. If a company closed, thousands of people lose their job. These people had responsibility. And it's not like you had jobs out there, could just run out there and get one. Because now the competition is tight. A lot of machine doing the work now. So the competition is tight. It's not like before. Okay. My dad was straight to the garden and they would find themselves back. You see, that is such a beautiful statement you write there, Kim Abby. That's a prime example of finding your little area for your peace that you could run to. Like Kim Ami said, LP, when my parents and their quarrel, my mom would start her pot and my dad will retreat to the garden and they would find themselves back together with his fresh pick. It was good back then. That's true. That is true. That is true. That is true. Just like that. No argue. They go the separate way. Then guess what? Right back together. You see? You see? You need that. You need that. You need that half an hour. Whether it's half an hour, 15 minutes. I think everyone need that. It ain't easy. I'm telling you, it ain't easy. This is why, man, I'm trying to encourage people try grow something. And for the people who have jobs and comfortable with their jobs, because the jobs is basically they're able to take care of their bills. They're able to take care of their home, their mortgage, whatever. Try to open a business, try to invest in something, because you just never know, man. You could be living the life today, and if you ain't set up yourself right, it could end up be a disaster. So start a business, invest in something, in case your boss tell you one day they don't need you no more, you have something to fall back to. A lot of people bug out with stuff like this, man. A lot of people bug out with stuff like this. They live in good. Nice job taking care of them. But that day, and you know what? I remember my father used to always tell me, my father used to tell me, treat every job as the last, as every day you go is the last day. You understand? Because it could happen. So don't believe that this is a job gonna last you forever. Don't have that mindset, because this is how people get, but this is how people lose it. Because everything going so nice with the job that you believe is gonna, it's mess with your mind, and you believe that this job will last you forever. And when you hear a surprise, you lose it, because in your mind, you ain't thinking about nothing else. All you thinking about, my job is paying me well. So he used to always tell me, every day you go on a job, look at it as your last day. Don't ever believe that his job, you could never lose a job. He used to always tell me that. So when you have these, you see, and so this is why I respect my father a lot. The simple little thing he used to tell me, he wasn't saying much enough. But the simple things he tell me means a lot, means a whole generation. The simple things. So he telling you, do not depend on a job, have a backup plan. You see where I'm coming from? Have a backup plan. So in case it fails, you have something else to turn to. Don't just believe. You know, sometimes you ever on a job and there's someone on the job walking and they believe the job is theirs. You ever have that situation? You walk in and there's always someone that believes the job is theirs. Don't get yourself caught up in that. Always try to have a backup plan in case this one in walk out. Because you got to remember you have responsibility. Don't get blindfolded with that. You have responsibility. That whatever you might not have a mortgage, but you might have rent for pay. You still got bills to pay. You might have children you have to take care of. All these things takes money. So always remember, don't don't care how much money you're making on a job. Don't care how much they say they love you on the job. Always think about a backup plan in case this job ain't work. I can move on to something I invest into. All right, this is real stuff I'm telling you here. That's beautiful. No better way to go. That's true. That's true. I think the earth energy help us stabilize when we are unstable. That's true. That's true. That's true. There's things we got to turn to. There's definitely things we have to turn to. It's not materialized we got to turn. If you notice, not material could really change anything. Because when you're depressed, you could have all the money in the wall, something that can't do nothing to you. You know, wait, hold on. 1 second, guys. Yes, guys. Sorry for that, guys. Sorry for that. Yes, a restoration energy. The workplace has its own instability, life very unpredictable, correlated. That's true. That's true. That is true. Unpredictable. You're right. You said it right there. Unpredictable. But what we gotta do, man? We living in a world where we just gotta live and just pray for the best. Try to keep our mind right, our health right. And in order to do that, sometimes we got to apply. We can't depend on someone to give us sometimes the healthy food we need. If we're growing, try something healthy. Try to grow some herbs. Do your research on herbs. Grow the herbs them that benefit you. Do this type of stuff, guys. Pay more attention to yourself because in this time we see how it is. All right. Sorry for that, guys. Yes, guys. So, like I was saying earlier, I think everyone should be growing some turmeric, some ginger, some garlic, even some moringa. Grow these things, and the good thing about it with them, you can store them. You you can store them without the spoil. You can also dry them and you could blend them to powder. So and put them in a jar. These are good things to go. I want to tell you guys before I go, I want to tell you guys for the people who have pest problem in their garden, for the people who have pest problem in their garden. When I say pest problem, like bugs that eat up your plants, your collard greens, Santa, I'm so concerned about all these seedless juice. Me myself, I'm telling you that I'm being honest. Me myself, what's up with that? Where the organic if it's not seed? These are the things I just be asking myself. I don't think there's a lot of people. I don't think it's bother them. I don't think they even care. But I care. You see what I'm saying? I custom to know there's always seeds in your fruits. There's always seeds in plants because this plant's supposed to continue. So the seed, through the seed, it's supposed to continue. Without the seed, it cannot continue. Yes, we could use them and use cuttings and these type of stuff, but the seed, we cannot go from the seed if we don't have the seed. And I'm seeing a lot of these things where seedless this and seedless that. I don't know. The only thing I believe is organic is what I'm growing. I don't believe anything else because I know I'm not putting anything around. I know for sure, but I can't trust other things. I don't believe because number one, if somebody labels something as organic, automatically it become more expensive. You see what I'm saying? You could sell seed, you could say it's non-GMO. How do I know that? So a label is a label. So I don't know, man, but I think guys, very soon, seed and this type of stuff is not gonna even be, and everything is gonna be in the next 10, 15 years. People ain't gonna be looking for seed. Because as you see, things not already start growing in the labs. As children, we were so glad to spit the watermelon, grapes, organic, etc. seed. Oh, you know what? You said that, and that is so true. You eat it and the seed in your mouth, and you just spit in them off. That was fun. That was fun. You're right. But the time that is coming now they wouldn't have to spit anything. They just be eating. Wow. Wow. But I'm gonna still try to save my little seed and my little whatever because I think very soon, man, that ain't gonna valid no more. Yes, so before I leave, I want to give you guys, for the people who actually have bug problem. I remember my grandmother used to use vinegar and water. And I used to use it too. But I don't have the bug problem like how I used to. So I don't use it anymore because, you know, the bugs and spider and these things, sometimes I walk in my garden and I have play with the spider web. They're taking care of the bugs them for me. So, but I used to use a gallon of water. Okay, like I have a gallon bottle of water here. And 2 cups, you know the measuring cup? The measuring cup, 2 cups of vinegar inside it. You don't want to put too much vinegar because it will burn down your plant. So you put at least 2 cups of vinegar in a gallon of water and you spray them every 3 days until you see nothing is there. And trust me, I don't think they like that bit of vinegar. They just disappear. All right? So, and 2, you can make your own vinegar too. So for making natural, you can make your own vinegar to help out in your garden. Someone tell me about pepper sauce. I never tried it, but I think I'm gonna try it before I can talk about it. I want to try it and see how it works. Then I might talk about it, and I will also mention who tell me about it. Someone told me pepper. You could mix pepper in water and spray. Don't know how it works. I cannot recommend it as yet. Until I use it, that's when I will be able to recommend it. But these are things, another vinegar work. So keep that in mind. If you're really having problem with these bugs that they eating more than you could try some vinegar and water. All right? As always, guys, it's so good to have this conversation. So good to able to sit down with you guys and have this type of conversation where everyone able to put in their own input. Peaceful. This is what I love. You see, we don't have plenty of people, but what we have is very peaceful. No argument, just a vibe where we sit down and we have conversation and we're able to learn from each other. This is a type of platform I want to create, not a person supposed to have able to have their own opinion. A person supposed to have their own opinion. It shouldn't be no back and forth. That's how they feel. That's their opinion. I think that. So I just want to have a platform where we could relate with each other, have conversation. No argument, no, just a peaceful vibe. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Thankfully, the garden community is growing. The more we share our experience and our joy is the garden, the more people will take interest in growing for themselves. Definitely. And that's the goal too. Motivate others. Share with others that we all could come together, share our experience. We all could come together and have this type of conversation. And I'm open. If a person need information, they could always reach out to me. And we could have this conversation. All right? I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you all for coming on. You see. You do faster. a good community of togetherness. Definitely. That's all I'm looking for. Hey, AG Bond, Jamaica, what's up, man? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, man. Again, as always, thanks for the info, inspiration, motivation, and education. Well done. Good night. All right, Kim Ami. Kim Ami, if you're still here, you should email me. Maybe I can get a few things for you. All right? I might be able to give you some seeds, some edibles. If you like, you can email me. All right? And if anyone interested in Edo, they can reach out to me as well because, like I said, I don't mind sharing. Okay, because I have more than enough. All right? Chat as always. All right, guys. You guys, let me see. I want to visit your farm. Yeah. All right, Ejibon, you want to visit my farm? Yes, we can arrange that. We can arrange that. All right? Yes, we can definitely arrange that. We'll do plant on advance. You welcome, sis. You welcome. Thanks for the offer. You welcome, LP. Yes, guys. So as always, man, you guys have a blessed and wonderful night, and we're gonna continue this journey because I just love the vibes, I love the energy, I love the conversation. Let's keep this going, and with tomorrow be Tuesday. All right, I'll be here again tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so we could continue this conversation because this is garden season and it ain't garden season yet, but we're trying to get people prepped and ready. Good vibes for sure. Keep bringing them. Yes, definitely. Love the vibes, love the energy. All right, so you guys enjoy, and if you're available, I'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Good night, guys. Peace and love. All right.